Welcome to the City of Bakersfield Planning Commission meeting. This television broadcast is brought to you by the local cable companies, the County of Kern, and the City of Bakersfield. You can watch the rebroadcast of this meeting Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 10 a.m. You can download the agenda for this meeting at www.bakersfieldcity.us. Presiding over this evening's meeting, Chair Daniel Cater.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to call to order the August 1st, 2019 Planning Commission meeting. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Cater.
Here.
Commissioner Coleman.
Here.
Commissioner Bell.
Here.
Commissioner Bowers.
Here.
Commissioner Lomas.
Here.
Commissioner Rudnick.
Here.
Commissioner Wade.
Here.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for attending tonight's Planning Commission meeting. This commission provides an opportunity for public participation in the development process throughout the City of Bakersfield. The Planning Commission considers a wide variety of requests and projects, including subdivision maps, zone changes, general plan amendments, and much more. When applications are received, the City Planning Division analyzes the request. Planning staff will present the facts about the project along with their recommendation to the Commission, who will approve an item or make a recommendation as appropriate. Our goal is to carefully consider each project and make a decision that will balance individual rights with public welfare and the general well-being of our community. We will now receive public statements. This time is reserved for anyone wishing to address the Commission on any matter not on the public hearing portion of the agenda. If you are here for items 5A or 5B, this is not the time to speak. Does anyone in the audience wish to address the Commission? If so, please come forward and state your name. Seeing no audience members wishing to speak, we will now move on to consent calendar non-public hearing items. These agenda items typically involve housekeeping or administrative matters that do not require a public hearing. Does any commissioner wish to remove a consent calendar non-public hearing item for separate consideration? If not, may I have a motion to adopt staff's recommendation on the consent calendar non-public hearing item 4A?
I'll move to approve.
Commissioner Rudnick. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Coleman. Commissioners, please cast your vote.
Right, because I'm still waiting for Commissioner Bowers.
It hasn't popped up.
You got more than one tab open that hasn't been. If more than one tab open, go to your first tab. One tab?
Can we do a roll call instead, or?
Go ahead and do a roll call vote instead.
Okay, Commissioner Bowers, can you tell me what your vote is?
Yes.
Okay. Motion passes.
Thank you. We will now move on to consent calendar public hearing items. The next agenda section includes public hearing items that are considered routine or non-controversial. These items have been reviewed by staff and are conditioned in accordance with the requirements of the municipal code. The planning director will read each of the items on the consent calendar to ensure that the public has an understanding of all items to be considered. If you would like to speak on an item, please come forward after the items are read and ask that the item be removed for discussion. If no items are removed by a member of the public or a commissioner, the commission will vote on all items together in one motion without further comment. Mr. Coyle, will you please read the consent calendar public hearing items for the evening?
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the Planning Commission. We have two projects on tonight's agenda. Project 5A is an extension of time for revised vesting tentative tract map 6861, which is a proposal to approve 3 more years to develop this project, which consists of 76 lots for the purposes of single-family residential development on 18.72 gross acres, zoned R1, located north of Snow Road on the east side of the future extension of Jewetta Avenue. And Project 5B is tentative parcel map 12327, which is a proposal to subdivide 12.81 acres into 4 parcels for commercial development located at the southeast corner of South H Street and Hosking Avenue. This concludes my reading of tonight's agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Coyle. At this time, I will open all of the consent calendar public hearing items. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to speak on a consent calendar public hearing item? Again, this is not the time to take testimony. Just ask that it be moved to the public hearing portion of the agenda. Bless you. Seeing no members of the audience wishing to move an agenda item, are there any commissioners wishing to remove an item from the consent calendar? Seeing no commissioners, at this time, all consent calendar and public hearing items not removed, which is items 5A and 5B, are now closed. May I get a motion to adopt staff's recommendation on the consent calendar public hearing items and
Okay, oh, sorry. Oh, please.
incorporating all staff memoranda and revised staff recommendations?
I make a motion to adopt items 5A and B of the consent calendar.
Thank you, Commissioner Bell. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
Can we do a roll call, or?
No, is this, who
has it been-
seconded? I'm sorry.
Oh, Commissioner Bowers.
Okay, thank you. We're going to give it another shot.
Okay. Commissioners, please cast your vote.
Bowers. No, mm-mm. Motion passes.
Thank you. So we have no public hearings this evening. So moving on to communications. Mr. Coyle.
I would just like to let the Planning Commission know that we will be meeting again August 15th, 2 weeks from tonight at 5:30 here in Council Chambers.
Thank you, Mr. Coyle. Are there any commissioner comments? Commissioner Coleman.
Thank you. This is for staff. I'm wondering if we couldn't get some project updates on some of the more significant projects. I get this asked a lot when I'm out in the community. People go, hey, what's going on? Like, for example, the Bakersfield Commons. You know, I don't know. I have no idea what the status of those are. You know, the East Hills Mall, we all kind of know what we heard, but, you know, so I don't know if there's a way that we can get some kind of update on the, not every single project, but certainly the significant ones that are ongoing.
Yes, we can, and at the August 15th meeting, I'll have a report for the Planning Commission updating you on those larger projects.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's a great idea. Yep. Any other commissioner comments? Seeing none, I will adjourn the meeting at 5:39. Have a great evening.